Oh my god, look at that mud. I'm sure it wasn't that bad the last time we come.
Do you know what the funny thing is?
What?
He says that every time we go into
Do I? Yeah, but even when it's out, they can't go out in the mud and look for weights, can they?
They don't go in the mud and look for weights, do they?
No. I know. I wouldn't go out in that mud, would you? Just in case I got stuck.
So we're down the foreshore. Got a pulley rig on. We've got a just over 3 foot. Got some bluey and some squid on. Let's just give it a cast. See what happens. Take you with me. Try and get the line out of the way at least. Everyone's got different preference with casting, but I like to use a finger stall. If you don't use a finger stall, or you can use something just to protect your finger, because if you've got like 75-pound shock leader, you know, it's going to rip your finger off nearly. So yeah, just dye them, and they're not expensive, like a 5 or 6 quid, something like that. Just move him just so you can see him a little bit better. Yeah.
I gone to the right anyway. Right, that's 1 rod each out. Go and put another one out now for about an hour. It's a bit early yet.
I will, it's not till nearly 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So the trouble putting it out this early, sometimes it goes out and it gets stuck in the mud, and you've got a job to get the weight out of the mud. So 1 rod each for now. Give it an hour and then put the second one out then. Put in one out as far as we can and the other one in quite close. There's no one down here yet, only us. And the weather's beautiful down here. Right.
Perfect weather.
It's lovely weather.
Wasps are driving, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why, there's absolute loads and loads of wasps down here. As soon as you pick your bait up, they're on you.
I've probably done more running than I have baited them.
Yeah, Richard don't like wasps like his mother. They're petrified of them.
I run, that's why I don't get stung.
Yeah.
There we are, one rod out. The rod's ready to go. I won't leave it too long because the squid might dry out. Dad's is over here. I don't fall off the rocks.
One rod out.
One rod out. Hopefully a conger or a bray or something grabs it. It's a nice day for though. This is what we call perfect carp weather. But today
We're sea fishing.
we're sea fishing. It's hard for Dad to go on adventures though, because Mum being disabled. So we try and fish locally around Wales sort of area like. We might venture over to England one day. Never know. And I've just had my baby as well. Give it a couple of years, she'll be coming with me. Sticking on a float rod or a little bass rod or something. That's about 5 years though.
Adventures to Swansea sometimes.
Yeah, Swansea.
Yeah. Not that far, but a lovely place to fish. We loves it down there. We love it on down by the college on the beach there in Swansea Bay. And we do love the pier. I don't care what people says about the pier. You've got to pay, I know. But it's just lovely down there. So many different species you can catch down there. It's a lovely day's fishing. We enjoy it anyway, we loves it. So next year, we've never caught a wrasse. So we're gonna go down Fishguard Way. A couple of marks that Gareth Griffiths have told us about. And try and catch ourselves a wrasse. So
We were going to go this year, but selfish me having a baby.
I'm moving, Richard moving.
I'm moving,
into
yeah.
the house. Moving into the house.
I moved in on a Monday and had the baby on a Wednesday,
Yes.
so you know, these couple of months have been
Yeah.
pretty stressful for me.
Yeah. So
But hey ho.
a nice day out today for a change. We'll have a bit of sea fishing.
Let's get his second rod out. On this one I've got a piece of squid on. We've only brought so much bluey, so we're going to use some squid as well as bluey as well. Let's give it a cast. Have a nice overhead cast. Probably not perfect, but you know, sort of learning curve now. No matter how long you've been fishing, guys, at the end of the day, you learn every time you come. Dad's been fishing, well, he's 61 now, he's probably been fishing since he was like 10. I've been fishing since I was 3 and I'm 31 now. Every day we go, we learn. You're the same guys probably. Every time you go, you learn something new. Or you might see someone on the bank and you go, oh, I might try that. So learning. You've got to start somewhere, haven't you guys? Dad check these out. Are you going to do it now?
Just cast that one up.
I misfilmed Dad's one. Do apologise, he cast out at the same time as me. Couldn't wait. Might be quite windy, guys. There we are. Lovely. Well, with the rocks you can't help it sometimes.
Right, we've only been to this part of the foreshore for about, I think it's our 4th trip on here now. I used to come over the foreshore a lot with my cousin and his father when I was in my 20s, but we always fished Cod's Corner all along the wall, right down to the turrets. But that was in the days when you could park on the side of the road and you didn't have to walk anywhere, and the fishing in the winter was really good compared to today. But I used to love it down there. I never used to bother with this part here. I probably didn't even know how to get here, to be fair. But now you can't, well, you can go down there, but it's a long walk. This is good, this is here, especially with my bad knees. Only a short walk. The fishing's quite good here. We've done quite well. Richard's had a couple of blonde rays. I've had some thornies and congers. I think you've had a conger, haven't you, Rich?
Yeah, I've had congers.
You've had congers as well, yeah. Like I said, he's had 2 blonde ray. I've had some thornbacks. I haven't had a blonde ray yet. But yeah, it's been good fishing down here the last 4. We stopped coming down in the spring because we had that May bloom on the line all the time. So we give it a rest for a bit and we started going down Swansea way, and then we went back carp fishing for a bit, and today we're back on the foreshore for a bit of sea fishing. And it's nice and peaceful down here. It's a nice break from the house, and Richard's nice break from the screaming daughter, isn't it, Rich? Huh? A nice break from the screaming baby.
It is. But she's been good as gold, to be fair.
Yeah, she have been good. She have been good. She's melted all our hearts, as they do. So that's 4 granddaughters I got now. So you never know, next time I might end up with a little grandson. That's down to Richard and Claire, of course. If they can afford another one. But it's over 3 hours to high water, so we're not expecting much yet. So I'll come back to you later if we do catch something. You never know.
I don't know if he's going to come back up, but just stop by there then. I thought it was a big weed bed out in the ocean, or the sea, or whatever you want to call it. And Dad said he's sure it's a seal, and as I put the camera on, he put a massive splash on the water. I think he's just gone.
You heard the bleeping of the camera?
Yeah, you must have heard the bleeping of the camera.
And he was huge, wasn't he?
He was massive.
I've never seen a seal that big, but I've never seen a big as that.
Don't know if you can see it, but can zoom in, but he's out right by there, out by here, this area roughly. It's out by there. He's massive. You don't want to be seeing him, but it's good just for the camera, isn't it? See you soon, guys. Still nothing at the moment, guys. We've had a few casts. Didn't think we'd film him, but you know, it's our first sea fishing video that we've ever done, so I'm just gonna put it together, see what it's like. But we still got a couple of hours left anyway. Yes. Usually it picks up just before high water anyway.
It's 5 to 4 now. High water's about 10 to 6, I think.
Yeah, it's about 10 to 6, isn't it?
Yeah, just over 10 meters. Normally I'd say 2 hours before. We've had fish starting to bite before now. Yeah, and an hour after.
Yeah,
so
about
we'll,
that.
Yeah, we'll stay here. If it gets dark, we got our lamps, head torches. So we might fish here an hour or two down as well into darkness. Because you never know. But just keep trying, won't we?
Exactly, so we can do.
We just put fresh baits on. We both moved right back up here. So it's all fresh baits out there. We got one as far as we can get it, and the other one probably about 60-70 yards in close. So it's just down to the fish now if they want to come and feed on our bait.
And every fish we've caught, so for some reason, we've always caught them quite far back. Quite far out, I should say.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Oh, you've caught a couple in close,
no,
have you?
the couple of rays I had, I caught them on the one I put out about 60-70 yards. I probably had more on the shorter one, but you caught the blondes
Out further.
casting as far as you can possibly cast. Which is like you've got to have a good cast to get the blondes. I don't know, because like I said, we've only
I've just been lucky, either one.
We've only been here. This is our 4th time by here, so we'll probably fish here through quite a few times now through the winter, as long as the weather's not horrific and we can get out. We'll try and fish it through the winter.
We fished it a few years down the bottom end of the wall, right down the bottom, and we sort of got cut off, didn't we? We didn't realise how far the tide was going to come back.
Like I said, I used to fish down the wall. I never used to come here, so about 2 or 3 years ago we walked from here down to the wall on an evening tide. I think it was about 10-11 metres. The tide come in when it was dark. We didn't realise, but we got cut off. Not cut off where you're going to drown, just cut off where it pushed us up against the wall. The tide turned then, went down after a few hours, but it still wasn't enough to get round the corner down the bottom.
So we had to climb over the wet rocks and
panicking a bit because my wife's disabled. She was expecting me home, and we didn't want to walk along the road because of the security guards, how funny they can be. So we decided to walk up on these rough rocks here with all the bits of metal and chains and everything in the pitch black. And believe me, it wasn't a nice experience. I got my foot stuck a couple of times coming back. I fell over twice. The batteries went on the head torches, but we always carry spares and spare batteries, so we managed to get back. So we wouldn't make that mistake again. I was just being inexperienced of going down there. So if we ever went down there again, we'd know this time not to wait until we get cut off, or say sod it and walk back past the security, because I wouldn't climb over the rocks we did in the pitch black with all the metal and chains and everything. It was dangerous. So I think we'll just stick to this part of the beach.
We've done alright down here though,
and
considering we've been done like 4 or 5 sessions.
We've caught some nice fish down here, we have.
If we don't catch anything today, at the end of the video, I'll just post up a couple of photos of what we've caught down here in the past, because then I didn't do videos for sea fishing.
We should have really.
Yeah, we should have.
But we stopped a while back when we stopped carp fishing for a while. Then we went back carp fishing. Then we went back sea fishing. But doing the both, it's nice because you can have a change for, although we don't go a great deal, we can have a nice change. We can do half a dozen carp fishing sessions and then say, right, you know what, let's have a day out down Swansea, or well, down here,
down the Nap,
down the Nap,
Friars
anywhere,
Point,
really.
anywhere we go.
Have a few hours on the sea fishing. It's a lovely break, and sometimes we actually catch something.
Still nothing at the moment, guys. It's been quite quiet down here, to be honest with you. No dogfish either, surprisingly. Dad's just moaned his rod in. Massive clump of seaweed. That's the only issue down here today, is the seaweed. It's not too bad now. Well, my rod's gone slack. I'll be back now.
Richard just had a slack liner. We don't know if he's in yet. I just want one rod in now. Put fresh bait on. It's an hour before I water. Left the other one out for a minute. Boy, we see if Richard got a fish. He did have a slack liner. Rod's bending. I don't know whether it's a fish or seaweed. Could be a fish. With a bit of luck. There's some strain on our rod. There's some strain on our rod. Yes, he's got something on here. Yeah, he's got a ray. What's it? Hang on, Rich. Hang on, hang on. You can hit that rock. That's it. There he goes. Richard got a nice thornback. Go on, Rich. Get him in. Lift him up. It's in the way a minute. Well done, Rich.
Yeah.
There you go.
Get in.
It is fish you're after all.
Go on.
The seal didn't frighten them all away. Well done, Rich.
Whew. Lovely.
Well done.
Happy days.
We get a picture of him
A
now.
little bit closer so you can see a little bit better.
Because I was a fair way.
The problem is with the GoPro, you can't really see him, mate.
No, we'll take some pictures.
Lovely though.
Lovely. Well done, Rich.
Yes.
Well done.
Shit, I knew you.
Right, let's get a bit closer. Here's Richard with his thornback.
Nice bunny.
An hour to high water.
Happy days.
Happy
Lovely.
yeah, let's get the rods back out and see if we can get something else.
Struck him back in.
Or another one of them, anything.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Anything we do.
Well done.
Lovely.
Well done. There you are. Nice to return it. That's it, yeah, put him out a bit. Might look a bit harsh throwing them like that, but if you don't, in about 3 or 4 minutes you'll see him come up on the beach. They swim the wrong way. They always do it.
Not a professional at sea fishing, but you know, I'd rather him survive.
Yeah, of course. We don't take any fish.
Then I'm not fucking professional at any fishing, never mind sea fishing.
No, but we don't take any fish at all. They all go back. Just the fun of catching them. Oh, I got a fucking knot in my mouth. That's not okay.
You know. Dad might be in. Stand back a little bit just to
I definitely had a bite. So even if I got seaweed on, yeah, there was a bite.
never know.
I've got seaweed on, but I definitely had a bite as well. If I just got seaweed, I've just missed the bite. But it do feel heavy, as you can see by. Oh, it's got stuck.
Oh shit.
It's got stuck. Hang on. Give it a bit of a.
I'll bring you back, guys, if we
Yeah.
if he gets it in. I'm not sure what happened on the footage of the first deal. Some reason the GoPro didn't record it, so I just posted up the photo just so you can see it. Dad caught 2 eels and I had a nice ray, so a good day.
Your rig come off.
Oh, it did come off today.
Your rig actually come off.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
your
shit.
line snapped on the swivel.
Oh,
Oh, you had a beautiful bass then.
yeah, I thought so. Thought it was a bass.
Oh.
Don't matter. Oh, twat. Dad's not sure if he's had a nice bite.
No, I did have a nice bite. I don't know what's out there.
Seaweed.
It could be the mud. I don't want a pulley rig, it should pull the weight up. But it don't seem to. It's always the same here, isn't it?
Yeah, could be a ray though, because
Yeah, look. Especially when you're getting old like me. An old catfish.
an old wannabe.
There's sea fishing out on today. Ah, that's going through seaweed, that is. I can feel it angry.
Yeah, I can see rod tip. Ah, it's stuck.
Oh, it's stuck again.
Could be an eel. Could be a blonde just stuck. Be any type.
anything. Could be a bass like I just had and it snapped me off. Went across my other line and got a bit of a tangle and it snapped. Doesn't matter, you win some, you lose some, as they say. Let's hope if Dad's got something on there, you can land it. Get another one on. Come in. Can't see your line.
There it is.
Is it? Oh yeah, Conger, yeah, Conger. Conger man. Come on, Congers. He's only a little one, but I think he's a little one. Looks quite small. I'm coming, I'm coming. Sorry about the filming, guys, but...
Was it you?
I don't know, I've got a clue. Right, wasn't the best footage, guys, but it's quite hard work when you've got a camera in your hand and you've got a fish in your hand.
Yeah. Can you...
Never mind.
Hang on, I got a... Oh no, it's you. You're over my line. Oh, I'm over my line.
I was going to say.
Sorry, Rich.
How was that my fault?
I tried to blame everything on you, but
The
I can't
Conger?
get away. I can't get away with it. No wonder my rod was going.
It's going like?
Right, hang on.
Trying to cut the swear knot as well. Trying to.
Yeah, we didn't meet the swear. Not quite as big as the other one. Let's get the hang on, let me put this on the stand, Rich. I get the tea back.
Come on, guys.
Hang on, Rich, just trying to hold the camera
Trying to hold the fish. There we are, wrap it around my hand.
with one hand. Right, can you have a look how far down it is? I'm putting my fingers in there.
Nice one up. Bleeding a little bit. Here we are. That's nice Conger. Another one.
Not as big as the last one, but welcome.
And he got stuck and you managed to get him in.
Oh,
We did say the seaweed was
yeah, it was
quite
a
annoying
problem today, but
Yeah.
we got him. We got him.
happy days.
Yeah, happy days. Let's get him back.
We're back in a bit.